Are you looking for the best errand runner jobs to earn some extra money? Then this video is for you. My name is Michael and I love testing different ways to make some extra money, and many viewers have asked me if I know any good platforms that offer errand runner jobs where you can do small tasks for other people that is quite easy to do. It's something everyone can do, but a lot of people are looking for others to do it for them, and that is a way for you to earn. And in this video I will show you 8 legit ways to earn money like that. So let's start by going over why you can even earn by running errands for others. And the reason for this is that there's a lot of people that are just busy, or there might be some tasks they can't be bothered to do. It can be walk their dog, it can be to go shop, it can be to do all kind of different small things. And they would rather pay someone else to do it, and in many cases, these tasks they're asking people to do are quite easy. They just take a bit of time. And if you are willing to do that, that means that you can easily earn some extra money like that. There are certain requirements to do this, even though it is something that anyone usually can do. So let's just talk about that also. So let's talk about the requirements, because as mentioned, you can do this basically without any particular experience, but the requirements are usually for this type of jobs that you need dependable transportation. Again, that of course depends on the specific errands you need to run, but in many cases, if it's something where you need to get from A to B that is a little bit longer distance, then you need some kind of transportation, and usually public transportation is not convenient in this way. It can sometimes be a bicycle for certain errands, or a scooter or something like that, but in many cases it needs to be a car, but that does depend on the job. The only other thing you really need is to have a smartphone, a phone, because often you need to be able to see the different tasks there and say yes to them, communicate with your client and all these things. Other than that, you just need to be able to actually do what you promised to do and do it nicely and at the agreed time. And if you do that, then you can potentially earn some quite nice money like this. So before going over these 8 options I want to show you, let's also talk about how much you can actually earn by doing this. So how much you can earn by running errands for others of course depends on the specific task, but overall you can expect anywhere from like $10 per hour up to $50 per hour. As mentioned, it really depends on the task, and of course also it depends on the country you live in, because some of these platforms are available in many different countries, and in some countries you will of course not get $50 per hour, because that would be like an extremely high rate in certain countries. So of course you also need to take that into consideration. But overall, if you are good at what you're doing, so you get positive reviews and put quite a bit of effort in, it can in some cases maybe even be close to a full-time job, but at least a part-time job. Or you can just choose to do it whenever you have a bit of extra time and just earn some extra money on the side, because they are usually quite flexible like that, these jobs. But let's now go over these 8 options. It's not as such a prioritized list, because which of the options that are best really depends on your personal preferences and the type of errands you prefer doing for others. You can use just 1, 2, 3, all of them. That's completely up to you. So let's now get to the list. So the first platform is DoorDash, and here you can earn by delivering usually food. So people will book here and you can take an order, and then you can deliver it from one place to a person that had booked it. And as you can see here, there are some earning exams there. You see sometimes these are what you will get there. Of course there are some small fees for using the platform, but if they tip you, so if you do a great job, you will usually also keep the full tips. So that's definitely a great extra thing to motivate you to do a really great job. But you can just log in to the website there, or to the app there, and then you can find the different tasks in your local area, and then you can go there and get the job. But as you can see here, you need to be of course 18 years old. You need to have a scooter or a car or a bicycle. In certain cities that is possible. And when it comes to where it's available, you can see it's 7,000 cities in the US, and also there are some in Puerto Rico, and over 80 cities in Canada, and some in Australia and New Zealand. So these are the countries where you can earn from DoorDash. Another platform where you can get paid to deliver food is Grubhub, and you can see this is available in these states in the US, and what you need here is a car, or you can also in some cities deliver food by having a bicycle. And if you have a car of course and you go for those jobs, then you need a valid driver license of course. And as you can see, you just need to have a smartphone. There are not big requirements other than these here. You also need to be 18 years old. And then once you do that, you can just go in, you can pick your hours, you can get the gear there that you need to deliver the food, and then you can start working and earning some extra money. Next we have care.com, and care.com is available in quite a few countries. If you go to the website, you can scroll down and you can see here the different countries it's available in. So if you go to the one in your country here, it will be in your local language, and it will also be different errands and different tasks you can do for other people in your local area. You can just enter your postcode and then you can see examples. You can see it can, for example, be childcare, it can be like errands you need to do, pet care where you need to walk dogs and things like this. So there can be all kind of different errands and different small tasks that you can do for others. So next we have Instacart, and Instacart is where you can get paid to deliver groceries, and in some cases also you actually do the grocery shopping for others and then you deliver it to them. And this is only available in the US, if you see, or in North America. And then what else the requirements are here is that you need to be 18 years old, you need to have a work permit in the US, and you need to have access to a vehicle. And then of course you need to have a smartphone, but in this case you also need to be able to lift a certain amount there, because you will be delivering groceries. So if you can't lift the grocery bags, of course that doesn't really make sense. So if you live up to this here, then you can start earning quickly and you can set your own schedule, and it can be quite an easy and an interesting way to earn some extra money. Next we have Rover, which is a platform where you can do different pet services for others. It can be dog walking, for example, as you can see there. It can also even be doggy daycare or drop-in visits, so you run errands like that, come by and check on people's animals when they're not home, things like this. This is where you can choose yourself. It can both be for dogs and cats. So of course you need to like animals to do like this, but if you do, then it does offer quite decent pay for the different tasks. And if you scroll down on the website, you can see where it's available in all these different states in the US. And then these are the countries: Canada, Netherlands, UK, Norway, Germany, Sweden, Spain, France, and Italy. These countries you can also join from and find tasks in your local area. So we are now more than halfway through the list, and it would be great if you could just take 1 second to like this video, because it can help it to be seen by more people, and I would definitely appreciate that support. Next we have Gigwalk, which is an app where you can do small tasks. It can be kind of errands, but it can also even be like mystery shops or something like this. It can be some interesting tasks sometimes. How many tasks you get really will depend on the country you live in or your locations in general. So you can mainly find it in English speaking countries, but there are some other countries you can join from also. It doesn't give as many tasks as many of the other platforms here in my personal experience, but as an extra option, it can definitely also be worth checking out. Next we have TaskRabbit, and this is a platform where you can do different tasks. Many of them are actually where you go and help with like do-it-yourself projects or something like that for others. It can also be to help moving. You can see there's some flooring and tiling help. There's a lot of different tasks you can do: IKEA assembly, landscaping help. So there's a lot of different types, pet sitting. So basically no matter your skills, so you can find some jobs that are relevant. However, you just need to be aware that some of them do require more skills than some of the other jobs that we're talking about earlier in this video. As you can see, for example, you do need to have certain skills, for example, to do wall repair, but if you're going to wait in line, you don't really need any specific skills for that. And as for where it's available, it is available in the US. That's where you can find the most tasks, but you can also find tasks and join it from the UK, Canada, France, Germany, Spain, Italy, and Portugal. So the last option I want to talk about is called Pet Bagger, and this is another platform where you can, for example, do dog walking or pet sitting for different animals, or dog boarding, pet taxi, as you can see also here on the website. So there are some good opportunities here, and as you can see, there are some examples. For example, someone here from the UK, they charge like £30 per visit. Someone there charged like pet boarding $20 for pet boarding there, and so there's a lot of different tasks. And of course, how much you can charge will depend on your local area, the country you live in. And speaking of country you can actually join from, then it is available in a lot of different countries. You can see here all these different countries and regions it is available in. So these are one of these platforms like errand runner platforms or gig jobs where you can join from the most different countries and then find tasks in your local area. As you can see, there are some great options to earn some extra money by running errands for others. In many cases, you don't need any particular skills. You just need to be willing to provide good service and put in some time. And if you do that, it can give some really great money. In some cases, maybe even a part-time or full-time income. I have full tutorials of all these platforms on my website. I will leave links below so you can go there and read more about how to join the different platforms and how to exactly use them, how to get paid and all that. So you can just find the links below and choose the ones that you think sounds the most relevant for you. Then go there and read more about it to find out how to get started and all this. But no matter what, I hope this video helped you. If it did, make sure to hit the like button and also don't forget to subscribe to my YouTube channel and hit the notification bell so you won't miss out next time I release a video with tips and tricks about different ways to make some extra money.